Hi guys, Casper here, and today I'm back with another UFC predictions video, and today I'm going to be giving my predictions and breakdown for UFC 303 Pereira versus Prochazka. Now, if you've seen my UFC predictions videos before, you've noticed they're on a different channel to this one, but I'm starting afresh. I'm starting a new UFC predictions channel that's different to my music reaction channel, because I think it's different content, I want different channels for it. I hope you guys did see my 302 pay-per-view predictions, because I got every single fight correct apart from one, which I think it was Alex Morono I picked, and he looked awful. But to be honest, I did so well on that card, so I'm looking good. I think I'm at a win percentage of 69% or something now, so it's going alright. But with this card, I'm not as confident with some of the matchups. There's quite a few close ones that could go either way. I've picked some good underdog picks as well, that if you want to get on, you probably win a bit of money on them. So before we get into today's picks, if you're not already, go and hit the subscribe button down below. We're starting in fresh here. Let's get the subscribers rolling here. Let's get off to a good start. So I've got the card in front of me now. There is a total of 13 fights to pick from. So let's start off with the early prelim opener of Ricky Simón versus Vinicius Oliveira. Now, a tough one to call really, because Ricky Simón, I probably would have picked him before, but now he's coming off two losses. One was a knockout, and then one was a unanimous decision. So I didn't think he looked great in either of them fights. And although Vinicius Oliveira didn't look great for the first two rounds, I think he was losing to, was it Sapai or something? Yeah, Sapai, I don't know how you say that. But that flying knee KO was KO of the year. Was it last year or this year? I have no idea when it was, but it was so good that honestly I don't think anyone thinks beating that, to be fair. So I'm going to pick Vinicius Oliveira. I feel like he's got his experience, and now I think that was his debut in the UFC. Yes, it was. He's coming off he won by left hook in the Contender Series. So I mean, I feel like he's going to get another knockout here, and I do want Simón to win, but I feel like Oliveira will get this done. So moving up the card to Carlos Hernandez versus Ray Tsuruya. Probably butchered that. He's Japanese. I don't know how you say his name, but I'm gonna go with him. Ray Tsuruya, 9-0, looks pretty decent. He won on the road to the UFC by ground and pound. Also won by decision. He's got some rear naked chokes, and that he's an all-round good fighter, it looks like. So he's fighting Carlos Hernandez, who I'm not too familiar with him. I think is this his first fight in the UFC? No, he's been here a bit, and he's not great. He hasn't got very many wins. I feel like he's just been fed to Sierra, wherever it is, as an easy matchup for him. So I'm going to pick Ray Tsuruya here. I think that's how you say his name. No idea. But moving up the card, Andre Arlovski versus Martin Buday. Arlovski is still about, apparently. Did not know how much is he getting paid to keep fighting in the UFC, man. He is being around for years, man. I mean, he's fighting prime Fedor, and also prime he's Aspinall as well. He's fighting everyone, to be honest. But he's coming off 3 losses. I mean, it's not looking good. I mean, Buday is what's his face? Buday's not great. I'm not gonna lie to you. If it wasn't Arlovski's fighting, I wouldn't pick him to win. But it is because he did lose to Gaziev, which is kind of embarrassing now we've seen Gaziev's last performance. But I am going to pick Buday here to beat Arlovski. I mean, Arlovski's how old is he? 50 yet? I don't know. He's getting on, so it's not gonna be great seeing him again. He needs to retire, man. Hang up the gloves. Yeah, Buday's gonna win this one, probably by knockout. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But moving up the card, we have the first women's fight of the night: Michelle Waterson-Gomesz versus Gillian Robertson. Now, women's fight, probably our little toilet break. Just get it in there, because this is not a great fight, really. I mean, Waterson-Gomesz is 6-8 in the UFC. They're not very good. She's coming off 4 losses in a row, and she had a split decision. If she hadn't had that split decision win over Angela Hill, she'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She'd be on an 8-fight losing streak, which is crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna pick Robertson here. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, that pick. Robertson looked decent in her last fight. She won by submission, was it? Oh no, she won by was it? Knockout to Viana. Yeah, Poliana Viana. And I thought Viana's quite good, so that's a pretty decent win, that. So I'm going to go with Robertson with this pick. And now, moving up the card, we have another prelim of Peyton Talbott versus Yanis Ghemmouri. Now, I'm going to pick Talbott here. He looks really good. Like, this is a really good prospect in the... What division is he? Bantamweight, yeah. He looks really good. Like, how old is he as well? He's only 25. He's got time, you know. He looks pretty... I like his knockout over Simon was good. He won by rear naked choke against Nick Aguirre. So, like, man is looking decent. And Ghemmouri, I'm not too sure about him. He's 12-2, so not too bad. But, yeah, he lost to body kick by William Gomez. And that was his only fight in the UFC. I'm not going to pick him to beat Talbott. Talbott's already proved he's pretty good. So, that's my pick. And now, moving up, we have Charles Jourdain versus Gene Silva. Now, I think Gene Silva is he's a slight underdog here, but I am actually going to pick him because I mean I watched his it was his debut, yeah, against Weston Wilson. He looked good. He knocked him out in round 1. I think that's pretty impressive. And Charles Jourdain, he got his last fight was Sean Woodson, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, he lost to a split decision, but it shouldn't have been. It should have been unanimous to Woodson. Woodson absolutely just cooked him on the feet and that. He could not fight. He's so long for the division. I don't know how he's that tall, man. It's crazy. But yeah, he's sort of like Jourdain. He's all right. He's got the experience and stuff. He's been around a while. But I just feel like Gene Silva. He's new in the division, and I feel like he's just gonna probably knock him out. I'm not sure. Maybe decision. I don't know. But I'm just gonna go with Gene Silva on this pick. Now moving up the card, Cub Swanson versus Andre Fili. Now, Cub Swanson still hanging around as well. Got some old timers on the card this time. I'm not going to pick Andre Fili. I mean, his last fight was Hakeem Dawoudou. I don't think he won that. I think it was that was a close fight, I think. But I think he didn't think he won that fight. It was that the one? I'm not sure. But I remember his last fight where he didn't think he actually won, which I didn't either. But Fili, although he got knocked out by Ige in his last fight, I mean, Ige's pretty good, we have to admit. I still think he's going to win this one. I mean, Cub Swanson's like 40. He's got a 6-year age gap on him. So, yeah, I feel like it's just going to be... He's the younger fighter. I feel like he's just going to win this one. Probably by decision, I'll go with. Now, moving up. Oh, Joe Pyfer versus Marc-Andre Barriault. Well, we know Joe Pyfer got fraud checked in his last fight. I mean, that was tough to watch against Jack Hermansson. Didn't look great. I mean, I thought he was like going to be the next big prospect in the division, and kind of met his demise straight away. So I'm still going to pick him here. I mean, the fact he's fighting Marc-Andre Barriault helps him quite a bit because Barriault's all right, but he's coming off a loss to Chris Curtis, and he's not got like many good wins under his belt. So yeah, he's 5-6 in the UFC. I'm gonna go with Pyfer. He's gonna come back with a win and probably knockouts. He's going to show everybody that he's not finished. I hope he does, because it's quite embarrassing if he loses twice in a row. So moving up the card to the main card now, Ian Garry versus Michael Page. Now, I'm looking forward to this fight. To be fair, it should be good. Not too sure who to pick. It's going to be close. Probably just going to be a decision. And I mean, who was it? MVP did look good against Holland. I mean, he kind of scored him a bit. But I do think that Ian Garry is going to win this one. I mean, 14-0. I just don't see Michael Page, like knocking him out or anything. So I think that's just going to be an Ian Garry decision with this fight. And then moving up the card, we have Mayra Bueno Silva versus Macy Chiasson. And a women's fight, so pretty hard to call, in all fairness. Chiasson's 9-3, Bueno Silva's 10-3, so similar records as well. I actually smashed my pick. I had Raquel Pennington as my pick against Bueno Silva for the title, and she was a big underdog, and I got that pick right because, like, I mean, I don't think Mayra Bueno Silva's that good, in all fairness to her. Like, yes, she's got quite a few submission wins, but like, if she can't submit them on the ground, she's not great at striking. Whereas I think Chiasson might be able to do well against her, and I'm going to pick her. You know, she's coming off a win by submission herself, so she's got some good ground game. I feel like she'll just be able to win on the feet. I think you know what? I'm not too bothered about this fight, to be honest. So it's a women's fight again. It's hard to pick. I'm going to pick Chiasson. I think she's the underdog as well, so I'd put money on her, to be honest. And now, moving up the card, Anthony Smith versus Roman Dolidze. This fight is so cursed. Like, well, the original one, I think it was Roundtree versus Hill. Now it's turned out to be Smith Dolidze, which is mental. I don't know how you get from 2 black guys to 2 white guys all of a sudden, but I'm going to go with Anthony Smith here. Like, I wouldn't, if it was anyone else he's fighting, I would not be picking Anthony Smith. But he's fighting Dolidze, and Dolidze looked shocking in his last fight. And also, Anthony Smith's coming off a win. He's got the confidence back in him. I feel like he's going to come out here and he's going to win against Dolidze. I don't know how he's going to win. Probably by probably won't win by guillotine again, because it's just not going to work twice in a row. But I feel like he's going to win by decision. I mean, that's how Imavov won, and yeah, he's coming off 2 losses now. Dolidze looked shocking in his last fight, and Smith, one of the only times I'm going to pick him to win a fight, to be honest. I didn't pick him to win his last one or his last one before that, but I think he might be the underdog as well. I'm not sure, but yeah, I'd definitely go with Anthony Smith for this fight. Now, moving up the card, the co-main event, Brian Ortega versus Diego Lopes. Now, this is one I'm looking forward to as well. There's some good fights on this card, I can tell you that. I don't know why Ian Garry and Michael Page is like so far down, to be honest. That should be like co-main, to be honest. But yeah, Ortega and Lopes, this is I'm looking forward to seeing, because both of them are good on the ground. Diego Lopes is really good on the feet. I feel like that could be a factor in this one. And yeah, I'm going to pick Lopes to win this one, because to be fair, Brian Ortega's got a good chance. We saw him submit Rodriguez, because Rodriguez had 0 ground game whatsoever. So I feel like that's going to be the winning factor with Diego Lopes, that he's so good on the ground from his back anywhere. Like, he's Diego Lopes, he's coming for the title, man. He's so good, and I think he could get a knockout here, a knockout submission. Just Diego Lopes is just overall really good. I feel like he's going to get a finish here, and sorry Ortega, but this is a wrong matchup for you, mate. Diego Lopes is coming for that title at featherweight. Now, moving up, the main event, Alex Pereira versus Prochazka, Yuri Prochazka, number 2. Let's go. And I'm going to do the same pick as I did last time. Alex Pereira by KO. I don't think anything's changed here. I still think Alex Pereira is good. He proved it against Hill. Prochazka looks really like he's just like, you never know actually, to be fair with Prochazka. He could do anything. Like that win against Rakic was crazy. Like, I thought he was done, and then he came back. I don't even know what happened in that fight. He just kind of like got Rakic down and just ground and pounded him. It was a crazy fight, to be honest. But yeah, Yuri is kind of crazy. I would love him to. I would honestly, I love either of these guys to win. I mean, Yuri wins, and then they have a trilogy matchup. Get Ankalaev out of here. He beat Johnny Walker. Who cares? Johnny Walker's chin is terrible. Get this trilogy going. I don't care. But yeah, I just feel like Alex Pereira, he's just too good at the minute. Like, I feel like he's going to catch him again. And this time, Herb Dean, the ref, no early stoppages. He's going to probably flatline him. So I'm looking forward to it. So there we have it, guys. That's my predictions for UFC 303 this weekend. Let me know down in the comments if you agree, disagree with any of my picks. I also do have a spreadsheet. I'll put it in the description. It's got like all my picks and one like unit of betting on every pick I do. And I'm actually up like 8 units or something now. We're doing pretty decent. So if you want to go follow that, I'll leave it in the description somewhere for you to see. And that is going to be all for today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, maybe leave a like in this video, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.